Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Whether you're in need of a website, domain or online store, make your next move with Squarespace. This video has really bad audio for the first half. My microphone didn't work, so sorry, I promise it gets better partway through. So recently I got a new computer, and the other day I was going through my old hard drives and kind of just organising everything and moving it across to my new PC. And at some point along this journey, I fell into a rabbit hole of just going through all the film photos I've ever taken, just as like a little trip down memory lane and some reflection. And I came up with this idea. I thought it'd be fun to create the greatest film photo ever. And how I'm going to do this is take a bunch of kind of cliches of film photography and Photoshop them into one masterpiece, where I'm going to make this collage of everything that's essential to be a great film photographer, so that hopefully I can make this one kind of piece of modern art. So let's just hop right into it. So I've opened up Photoshop and I've made a pretty big canvas, and I guess to get it started I want to kind of start building the scene, the kind of foreground and background of where this is going to take place. And I can start to pull in some of the other stuff on top of it. And I thought a good place to start is a location on every film photographer's bucket list: Iceland. So I've put up some favourites from my times in Iceland, which I think was in 2017. There is a video from that trip. But I thought this was a nice one because it's got the ponies, another part of kind of like classic Iceland heritage. And what I thought would be fun to do with this is kind of use this kind of grassy area as the scene, but rebuild the background to have even more epic Iceland stuff in it. This could maybe like come over here. Maybe we could have like this even more epic bit as well. So I think the way that I'll do it is put these two layers behind and then kind of delete all of this sky, and then they'll show through behind. It might not be too hard to get looking somewhat realistic. It's just like a little sky replacement, which admittedly is something I've never done before. There might be a way easier way to do it, but this is what I've come up with. And I'm just going to take this left portion and make it look like it's more of the right colour, a bit cooler. I feel like the right side looks fine, but the left side is a bit rubbish. But I'm going to move on. I feel like I shouldn't go too in depth with the Photoshop right now, and I should just kind of layer everything. Maybe I'll neaten it all up off camera. First thing I feel like needs to be added to the foreground: car in tar. This is actually from Land of Matt Day, Chillicothe, Ohio. I guess let's just get the rough area. I feel like that could be chilling in the foreground. Another kind of classic, a little motel sign I think I'll go for, just the sign. This is really kind of essential to good film photography. The way that it's kind of like tilted, it deserves to be on the right side. It would just like lead in the composition a bit better. It's just whether I have it like how foreground it should be. I guess we'll leave it like this for now. Another classic, a nighttime photo, long exposure, of a house with one light on. Very Todd Hido-esque. Everyone's done it at some point. Not going to be the easiest thing to chop up, but I'll have a good go at it. So I made a few changes. I've cut out the car a little bit better, added a little shadow to underneath it, and then for the motel sign, I added my own little funky shadow to at an angle to make it look like the sun's kind of out and reflect the golden hour of the top of the sign. Pretty high level Photoshop going on over here. So now I feel like it's about time to get the first kind of human element into the photo. And I thought the perfect thing would be a bad street photo of the back of someone. This is a classic. Everyone's done it at some point. Here's one I found earlier. NYPD person. And it's just a bad photo. So I'm going to cut him out and stick him somewhere in the photo. And actually, I want to challenge you, yes, you watching, to make your own collage and see how many things you can fit in along the same themes, and then send it to me. And maybe I'll do a little video of a little competition reacting to see who made the best one. Alright, where are we gonna put this guy? I kind of feel like either he should just be like chilling, looking in, or it could be like up over the mountain. I feel like for realism's sake, let's put him in the foreground. Let's kind of fill up this area. I thought the next perfect thing would be a gas station. Apparently I don't actually take photos of gas stations myself, so I could only find a black and white one, but I'm sure it's going to work.
2 hours later.
So welcome to the private viewing of my new exhibition. It's just one image, but it's probably the greatest image to ever exist. So less is more, even though it's not less because it is so much more, so much in one photo. I present to you the greatest film photo ever made. Let me take you on a little tour of what we have going on here. When you lay your eyes upon this, you might think there's a lot in that photo. That's a lot of things, and you're right, there is. So when I look at it, the first thing that my eyes are kind of drawn into is this lovely fella standing up in the foreground. This is an homage to the centre-weighted portrait. This is something we've all done. It's a banger, and I felt it was only right to put Captain Beanie up in the middle to really solidify the idea of central weighted portraits. So he's kind of the star of the show. Then I think I would like to clear up the rest of the foreground. So down the bottom, we've got some nice finishing touches. We've got this little light leak that I've added in. We've got the car with the tarp. It is a double whammy because tarp normally when it's on a building is a banger. But tarp on a classic car, forget about it. We then got the classic street photo back of someone's head. What's not to love? We've got a motel sign. We've got 2 gas stations. And we've actually got, well, this isn't a cliche, this is actually quite a cool photo, but something broken is my vibe with this, an upside down mobile home. We've then got the Icelandic ponies chilling out, and we've actually got this basketball hoop. Maybe the ponies like to shoot some 3-pointers occasionally. Then we've got our nighttime section over here with that one light on in the suburban house. Everyone's dream to be Todd Hido. And then we've also got our 2 gas stations. One in colour, one in not. One British, one American. We've then got a giant plane perfectly timed to be coming over the mountain, actually ready to land with all of its wheels out. A lovely religious aspect of a giant cross peeking out behind the mountain. We've got another ode to street photography with bad photos taken at the hip because you're too scared to place it to your eye. So you're kind of just like looking up at everyone's chins. She's just poking out, looking like some memorial to a president. We've then got our lovely tower blocks of flats kind of sweeping over the edge of the mountain, actually covered behind a rainbow. This is a whole new sky I've added in because rainbows are cool. We've then got some lovely highway underpasses flying over the Joshua Tree National Park. We've got a lovely Joshua Tree itself, covered by what I like to think of as an homage to the Hollywood sign, but in fact it's a neon sign, because everyone knows that neon on Cine Still is cool. And all of this is encompassed in a magnificent border because it's been hand printed in the darkroom. And no, I didn't steal this from another handprint that I've previously had scanned. This was done real, not in Photoshop. Thank you for viewing my masterpiece. I hope you enjoy the rest of the exhibition. This is the whole exhibition. So that's it. That's my greatest film photo ever. I challenge you to rise up to the challenge. Send your results to me via Twitter or Instagram or maybe email, I don't know, just send it to me. I'm interested to see what you guys can come up with. And finally, I'd like to thank Squarespace again for sponsoring this video. If you're looking to build a new website, Squarespace is the perfect place to do so. You can do anything from simply purchasing a domain or starting a blog, or maybe you're looking to open an online store, make a website for your business, or start a photography portfolio. All of this is super simple with Squarespace. There's a bunch of amazing templates to get you started, and you definitely don't need any prior web building experience to get amazing professional looking results. And they've also got really great support, so if you do come into any problems, they've got it covered. Having a website is pretty important. If you're a photographer, having a place to show your photos in the best way possible is pretty much essential. So if you've been putting off making your portfolio, or maybe just updating it, why not go and try Squarespace out right now? And you can get 10% off your order if you use the code negativefeedback. So definitely go and check them out, find the link in the description. And thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully it was somewhat amusing. And yeah, thanks for watching.